Guys, it's finally happening. A lot of people were asking me how to improve Breach, because on my second channel I play a lot of Breach matches. I upload full Breach matches, and yeah, it's finally happening. So the list is long why Breach is utterly broken, and here's my presentation how to actually fix biggest problems this game mode. So let's get started. Breach itself is heavily attacker favored. It was pretty clear this game mode is kinda asymmetrical, but in this game mode, attackers have the advantage on all maps. So, there's no dynamic. Like right now, the meta is always the same. You grab all your attacker players, push the ramparts, like you push the ramparts 1, you push the ramparts 2, you push the ramparts 4, and so on. In theory, you don't even have to play. You don't have to play the Guardian. You don't have to play the Ballista. You don't have to play the Ram. So you only play the Ram when you captured all the ramparts. So, and yeah, it has no dynamic. Think about it. Breach came out with the Marching Fire update. All right, and this game mode is 9 years old now, and it never received a fix, never received balance change. It's basically the same game mode for 9 years. Absolutely baffling. So, and I don't know, at this point I don't know why Ubisoft actually never applied some rules or rule changes to fix. Are they too lazy? Are they clueless? I don't know. So, and of course, one big problem are the levers. But levers is just a symptom because of all these things, man. But we also have a small fix for that. So let's get started. Why is Breach so heavy attacker favored? Alright? So on many maps, the attackers spawn right next to the first ramparts. So here's a video of one of my Breach videos where I start as an attacker. So basically, yeah, you enter the point and there's no defenders to defend the ramparts actually. They only join when everyone, like every minion is dead, alright? So in this case, it's not a 4 versus 4 anymore. It is an 8 versus 4. Like you have 3 pikesmen and 1 officer. And the officer and the pikesman deal a lot of damage. They don't feed revenge. It is a straight disadvantage. And when defenders start to lose Rampart 1, what is the consequence out of this? They lose Rampart 2. And you can see this is not on only on Kiang Pass. This is also on Kazan Castle. Like you start as an attacker, you immediately can attack Rampart 1, and there's no defender on it. It's absolutely ridiculous how this gets actually a pass. Alright, so next page. Yeah, the win condition for the defenders for phase 1 and phase 2 is super hard to achieve. Like usually you don't expect for the defenders to win at phase 1. So it counts as success as a defender when you damage the ram around for 50%. Kinda. Okay? This already counts as success. You never expect as defender to win on phase 1 unless matchmaking strike again and the balance between two teams is just too severe. So what is the problem? Like attackers, I already mentioned it before, the meta is like that. As an attacker, you push Rampart 1, capture it, you push Rampart 2, you capture it, you push Rampart 3, you captured, and when you captured all the points, maybe you leave one attacker on the Cauldron room to deny the Cauldron use, but then at this point, you can farm just Pikesman, push the Ram, and then rinse and repeat. You push Rampart 4, Rampart 5, Rampart 6, Rampart 7, until you're at the end and kill the commander. It's basically always the same. The defenders only win when they finally stop the attackers and stop their progress. But this happens so rarely because of got you already reasons, because of how hard it is to defend the ramparts. And yeah, well, and when the skill gap is too high and then the attackers say, yeah, it's frustrating, we leave. So, and there's also one win condition I have in my 9 years. In 9 years of breach play, I never saw that win condition actually happen. A breach match lasts overall 30 minutes. When the time is up, the defenders will win. But this happened never to me. So you see, the rules for the defenders are just too harsh. Only at the last phase you can actually win because of tickets, but when the attacker plays it properly, they have so many ways to cheese phase 3. But yeah, kinda crazy. So what is the problem? Like, why is there no dynamic? Why all teams, all breach players play the same? Well, because Ubisoft gives them no options. So, like I already mentioned, push the ramparts is a fail-proof strategy. And how do we actually fix this? Easy. Give the defenders, please, the option to recapture the ramparts. That's an easy fix to a breach. Like, at this point, defenders, no, the attackers and the defenders have to decide every time, like, okay, we captured all the ramparts, but the attackers have to say, like, should we also push the Cauldron room? Is it worth the effort? Maybe we lose, and then then defenders recapture point 2 and 1, and then we have to go all over again. Maybe we are just happy with Rampart 1 or 2, and then we push the Ram. You see, this rule change gives game mode breach a whole new dynamic, strategy, tactic wise, and so on. Yeah, like, this is an easiest fix I came up with. And yeah, phase 3. I personally think phase 3 is kind of anticlimactic. So the problem is we have too many, like, every time a new hero arrives, he brings new mechanics, he brings new feats, and the most devastating heroes we have right now are Warmonger, Nushia, and Hitokiri. They can basically deal a lot of damage to the commander, they can corrupt, they can infect the commander, so basically defenders are helpless, can only watch, see how the commander dies. That's, for me, too simple for a final phase. So my suggestion is, you can already see it, is when the commander falls, it should only put the defenders into a breaking state, like in Dominion. Alright? And at this point, the attackers only have to finish off the remaining defender players. Actually win. And this is something you cannot easily cheese with feats. Alright? And I think this is the best solution I came up with, like to give the new game mode new dynamic and fresh ideas. Right now, Breach is kinda meh. Like, it's so, sometimes you have the best matches in ever, but most of the times 9 of 10 matches are just straight garbage, guys. Okay, and also add new features. Ubisoft. So, breaches by nature, the longest game mode, and players tend to leave. the match more than to play it out. Why is that so? Like, you only have to check my second channel, or an average reach match of mine lasts around 15 to 20 minutes, and the lever penalty is 50 minutes. So most players, they just say, should I take 15 to 20 minutes of suffering, or just leave the match and wait 50 minutes and join another game? So I think with the previous changes, we have less levers, of course. But I think for Breach, we have to think up a new system for penalty. And I think it has to be like 20 minutes, or they should kind of derank and elo, whatever, guys. Whatever, guys. Whatever. But right now, Ubisoft basically rewards people who leave the game. Like, what is the point? I'm playing a losing match, right? So, levers impacts the match too hard. Yeah, give both sides, actually, like both sides, guys, the option concede a match. Like, you can actually start a vote where you actually say, yo, pointless to play with a lever, or the skill gap is too high. Let's concede. Like, this reduces the frustration. Like, very often you can see the outcome of a breach match at the end of phase 1 or in the middle of phase 2, something around that. There. And yeah, I think a concede button would make the game so much better. That's frustrating, you know? Like, guys, in the end, it is not a competitive game mode. For now. Maybe you have seen my last video. There might be a new breach, a ranked breach mode, but I really hope Ubisoft reworks the rules of breach, and yeah, we will see better features, better rules, so on. So, also one thing, when the people leave, we also very often we have mid-game joiners, and sadly, mid-game joiners doesn't get any rewards or any compensation for joining in the middle of a match. With compensation, I mean renown. Like, you join a match, you have 0 renown, while all other players, like the enemy team has unlocked the tier 2, the tier 3, maybe tier 4, and then you know exactly, yeah, well, shit, I have to fight against that. There's no point in that. So, yeah, please give mid-game joiners some kind of renowned compensation. Maybe add the renown from the leaving player. For example, there's a pissed player, he already farmed 200 renowns, he's leaving the game, and then these 200 missing renown, you can basically give it to the next joining player. Something like that, right? Yeah, that's just a small example. What do you think, guys? I personally love breach by design, but I think the rules needs definitely a rework. And I hope it happens soon. Like, right now, on my second channel, right now I just played deathmatch. And if you like that kind of video, I also have a lot of ideas for deathmatch. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this kind of content. See you in the next one. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.